Hi and welcome back to my medieval allotment. My name is Vic. I'm just going to show you what I'm growing so far. So first, this is wild garlic which I transplanted today. I just prepared this bed today. Just had to de-weed it. Everything's starting to grow back. So recently I went to Welsh Pool. I stayed there because it was my birthday a few days ago. And while I was on the land where I was staying, I asked the landowner if it was alright for me to take some wild garlic back to Manchester. And she kindly said yes. So I took some of this garlic and here I am, growing it in my allotment, on my allotment. Obviously I have to be careful. I have to take extra care because this will spread. So I need to make sure that I build my raised bed quite soon and build it quite high to contain this in. I actually have already got this growing in my garden already, which a friend gave me last year. So I know how to maintain it and contain it in a certain area. So hopefully I can do that here and it doesn't spread throughout the whole allotment. But yeah, I just wanted some Welsh Pool wild garlic. For me, obviously I love the smell of this. It smells very garlicky, but it tastes very spring oniony. So to me it tastes like a spring onion, but it smells like garlic. So like a bit of both, to be honest. And they actually call this Ramsons. And I just noticed over here I've actually got cleavers growing here as well. And it's called cleavers because it cleaves to you. It's very sticky. It's also called sticky willy. So I'm gonna make my way over here now. Oh, just to show you, I've got some manure in there. Got some soil in these bags. These are the weeds which I cleared out of the ground. So I'm just going to make my way over to this bed over here. But before I continue, I will do an absolute in-depth video on the medicinal uses of all of the crops what I'm going to show you today. How it was prepared in medieval times, the history of it. I'm going to go as much into detail as I can. That will be in a very future video, very soon. So please watch out for that. This here we've got common comfrey. Looks slightly different than the rough comfrey, but this is common. Got some popping up there as well. Some here and in this bit here, which obviously you can't see coming up yet. Just a few days ago I sowed some spring onions. I think it was the white Lisbon variety. So sown them in there, hopefully it should come up at some point. Here, transplanted some spinach. Cut the tops of these, because obviously it went to limp when I transplanted this, but this is primrose. This actually grows naturally in my garden, so I just transplanted this. So this is primrose. This is my thyme. More primrose there. Comfrey here, common comfrey and primrose there. Here, you can zoom in here. This is cabbage. Make my way over to this bed over here. This needs no introduction, I'm sure you can tell by the tops already. This is fennel. I actually transplanted some cucumbers here and it seems like it's gone, something's ate it. But anyway, I'll just do it again and make sure I take good care of it. But there, put another cabbage there. More comfrey, sorry, not comfrey, more primrose there. Spinach right there. So this is my spinach. In this bit here, in fact, in this bit here, what I need to do is what I've done similar over here, which I've not done yet. So in that gap right there, I actually sowed some purple carrots in there. So when they come up, I'll do a video on that. Yeah, this is turnip. It's doing pretty well. As you know from previous video, this is my scallion. I'm pretty sure there are a couple garlic. There's a couple garlic in here as well, which I got confused when I was transplanting the scallion. Put a shallot there. Can you see it's starting to grow there now? It's a shallot. So all of, as I said in the previous video, all of these scallions, these were regrown. So I didn't actually sow these from seed. They're all regrown. Every single one of them. This is a leek, which I've been regrowing. This is my kale, my Russian kale. So I'm gonna collect the seeds off this. I'll start over here. Oh wait. Can't miss this bed over here. So this is my garlic right here. So I've got garlic right here. You will see some strawberries in there, a couple of them, one there as well, and there. So strawberries there. 3 broad beans right here. And look, my cabbage. More cabbage there, and over there, and there. I can see some dandelion coming through. More cabbage there, and more cabbage right there. Obviously, one of my plot neighbours, well, the lady on this side, she actually told me make sure when it comes to my brassicas, keep them covered because the birds will steal them. So that's why I've put this cage here with my cabbage. More broad beans on this one. Courgette. I actually didn't even look to see if courgette is a medieval crop, so I need to actually double check that. And more broad beans on this side, 3 more there. So I'll just get the full view of that, what it looks like. And obviously I'm gonna grow some stuff in here, in between there as well. So on this side, I actually was given some corn by my neighbour on that side. He's got loads of them over there on his table, and he says he's just got too much. So he gave me all of these here. Now obviously, this type of corn does not fit in with what I'm actually doing here on this plot, because I'm trying to keep everything, you know, medieval. So everything prior to the 1500s. So what I will do, I've actually got a neighbour one of the ladies who's on that plot just over there, she actually asked me if she could have some of the corn. I said yes, so I'm gonna give her some of the corn, and I'm gonna take the rest home and do the rest in my garden. This is raspberry, and this was a clipping from my next door neighbour over here. He was clipping the raspberries, and she just asked me if I wanted any, and kindly she said when they go to fruit I can come on and just get some raspberries and gooseberries, because that's what they're actually growing here. Got raspberries, gooseberries, got an apple tree right there, and I think they've got blackcurrant as well, I think. Or they might be growing, or they did have last year and they cut it down, I'm not sure. But yeah, back to the corn. So obviously this type of corn is not a medieval crop. Sorry, I'm onto the raspberry otter. So I've stuck these in here. I'm hoping it takes to root and it survives. But I've got wild raspberry in here, which I am going to be sowing myself. And obviously you can see this is the strawberry, and in between the strawberry there you got shallots, and then both on the outside, and you can see this shallot is starting to grow. This one's just starting to sprout. I actually got this idea from someone in the comment section when I asked in a previous video about the strawberries, what shall I grow with my strawberries, and I think it was a lady, said grow some onions in there, will deter some of the fruit flies or whatever it was, whatever fly she said, can't remember. So I've just got these shallots, transplanted them in there. And this is what it's looking like so far. So over here, as you know, this is my rhubarb. Doesn't seem like it's growing that much, it's growing very slow. When I look at everyone else's rhubarb, it's growing quite fast. Then I planted a shallot there as well, and a shallot there, and as you can see that one's starting to grow, that one's starting to shoot up. This is my rhubarb here, and over here I've got more kale. I covered it with these here because obviously the birds would have them. I just couldn't be bothered taking this one off. But yeah, you can see, what's going on underneath there. So kale, rhubarb, more kale underneath there, and on that side over there, kale, rhubarb, and more kale there. And what else have we got? What I've not planted, what's coming up. This is creeping buttercup. It's toxic, so don't, pick that thinking you can eat it. It's quite toxic. So this is duck, and I've got it all over my allotment. You can see more over there. And at the very bottom, a lot of people, there's a misconception in regards to the leaves. If you get stung by, let me see, have I got any? No, I've got stinging nettle, yeah. If you get stung by this stinging nettle, a lot of people say take the leaves, crush it, rub it on you. No, not really. At the very bottom of the stem, there's some sap close to the root, at the very bottom of the stem, some sap. It's that's what you use if you know, and it's very good for burns as well. So it's not this, it's not the leaf, it's not like you crush it up and rub it on, no. You go deep down, close to the root, and in there, there'll be some sap right down, and it's that what you use on your burns and on your wounds, you know, and you know, if you get stung by a stinging nettle, you rub that on your skin and that's what heals you. Look at this, more cleavers. This is bramble. Bramble looks quite like raspberry, the leaves. You will notice a difference though. But also another good way of telling the difference between bramble and raspberry. Bramble has thorns, raspberry doesn't. Okay. You know what? This has just inspired me to do a actual foraging video out in the woods. I'm gonna go over some medicinal herbs and the plants, what they would have used in medieval times, and you know, things like that. So I think I will actually do that at some point. Go into the woods, in the woodlands, do like a foraging video, collect some, speak about each of the herbs, the plants, the wild plants. And I think that would be a very good video, because I've got some books which talk about some of the pigs actually going into the woods to forage for food as well in medieval times, strictly in medieval times, here in England. And obviously, you know, when you would go to war as well, you send out a foraging party to go into the woods, collect some food. So all of that ties in with the foraging, with my medieval allotment. So I actually will go out into the woods and we'll do an in-depth foraging video. The uses, like with cleavers is really good for cleansing your lymphatic system. It's really good. So I know a lot about the history of a lot of these herbs and wild plants. I've got quite a few books on them, and I've, you know, been studying it. Got some plant ID books as well. I've been doing it now for how long? Been doing foraging for about almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. I mean, I'm no professional, I'm no pro at it, but I've learned quite a lot. And what I've learned I can share with you. So yeah, we'll do that very soon. We'll do some foraging very soon, medieval style, out in the woods. Collect some and speak about each of the wild plants what I'm collecting. And like I said, I'm going to do a full in-depth video in regards to you know, the plants what I'm growing, the vegetables, the herbs, plants, all sorts. You know, with primrose is native to England, but like I said, I'll save that and we'll go over all of it, what it's good for, how it was used, medicinal properties, all sorts. We'll do that. So I'm just trying to think if is there anything else I need to add. I'm not sure. And obviously, if you've got any other suggestions what I could put in between here, my broad beans and my courgette, in between here and in between the rhubarb there, let me know in the comments section and I will implement it. I shall implement it. But it's coming along pretty good. All I need to do on this, I mean, this isn't a transformation video, but I just thought I might as well just speak about this. But I need to create more daub, plaster it, do this side first. I'm going to leave all the raised beds, what I build like this in this style, I'm going to leave it open at the edges there, because obviously at the very end I'm going to create, as I've said before, I'm going to create a crenellated wall going all the way around my plot. So the crenellated wall is going to go around my plot, all the way around. And this bit here, where this chair is, this entrance to my plot, and build a gatehouse here. So this is the entrance to my plot. So there's going to be an entrance with flanking towers. It's going to look really good. And yeah, it's looking quite good so far. I'm enjoying it. It's really good. And so, yeah, please look out. You know, like I said, I'm going to do a foraging video. I'm going to specifically make it more medieval. Get out into the woods. Talk about each of the things, you know, the plants, what we collect. Go into the history of it. I might do that hopefully either next week or the week after. So please watch out for that video, for that foraging video. And we're gonna have some fun in the woods. So please like and subscribe to my castle in the making. Join my followers camp. Any of you's got any skills, you know, I'm always looking for good labourers to join my camp, so hit that subscribe button and join. I forgot about this. I put some rhubarb in there. I actually thought it was dead. I just put it in there, and look, it's starting to grow. I actually had this cage bit on here, on there, balancing it on there to cover my kale. And look, this is grown. Should I give this away? Or should I keep it? What should I do? But, 1 minute. Before I go, got some more slate in here. Yeah, got all that slate in there. So all of that will be used to make another slate bed right here where the fennel is, right there. So the slate is temporary. All of my raised beds is going to be like this. Every single one of them is going to be like that. And it's going to be so high as well. And yeah, I can't wait till it's all finished. Just need to do this bit now, this end bit here. Then, you know, I'll probably leave them there and make my way, do this one. Sorry, I was just stuttering and mine went blank. Do that one, same style as this. Then the one there, same there, same there. Once all of that's done, I'm going to remove the slates one bed at a time, then completely do all the way around all of this plot, so all of them will look similar to this, similar, but obviously with the crenellations. So please like and subscribe to my castle in the making. That's what I'm doing here, doing a medieval theme. And please join me on my next video. Thank you and goodbye.